Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. From the title of this video, you guys see that I'm going to be doing some Fulani braids on myself. I'm really excited about doing this style because I haven't had braids in over a year. So I'm super excited. I'm going to give you guys some great tips. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve this style, then stay tuned and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below.
It's right. Big sis, hot little sis, everything she knows. Right, Mara? We shared practically everything. We had some good times, and some bad ones, as I recall. I see you met my nosy sister-in-law. Who you call her nosy?
So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is part your hair in half. So basically, you just want to part to where you want your feet-in braids to stop. This part is very important because if you part too far back, then they're going to be more like feet-in braids than Fulani braids. And if you part too close to the front, then it's just not going to look right. So I decided to start in the back just to make it easier for myself. That way, if I made any errors in the back, they wouldn't show up in the front. Also, I decided to go for like medium to large knotless braids because I didn't want them to be too small and I didn't want them to be too big. The edge control that I'm going to be using to slick my hair down is Shine and Gem Extreme Hold. I have to stress how important it is to have some form of edge control when you're doing Fulani braids or any type of braids at all, simply because they make your braids look so much neater. And if you have thick frizzy hair like me, it helps to lay down any of the extra flyaways that might be left out, and it just makes your braids look better. So when you're doing the knotless braids, basically what you're going to want to do is split your hair into 3 sections, and you're going to plait down how you would plait any other hair. And then after those 3 stitches, you want to begin to feed in the expression hair. I do already have my hair laid out into small pieces just to make it easier to feed in as I plait down. And you want to continue to add in hair until you reach your desired thickness of the braid. So when I do the knotless braids and I begin stitching down and adding the hair, I use my thumb and my pointer finger to feed in the hair. You're going to see me do that here. I'm going to take a piece of expression hair, and I'm just going to lay it flat between my thumb and my pointer finger, braid down, and then I'm going to pull the other end around and braid it underneath, so that way you can't tell that I've added in here to extend the braid. And I want to say that there's no such thing as too much edge control, because the sleeker your braids look, the neater they look, and the more professional they look. Okay, so now that I've gotten the back out of the way, I'm just going to slick my edges down because I hate not having edges. I feel like for me, edges complete my hairstyle. Now, if you're not an edge girl, then feel free to brush those edges back, slick them back, and you don't have to worry about this step. But for me, I have to keep my edges out. And not only does it look better to me, but it also keeps me from losing my edges from the tightness and the pull of the braids. So for the design, the zigzag braid that I did, basically what I did was I parted the hair into a little section, and then after I parted into that section, I'm going to take that section and then I'm going to begin parting it into 3 boxes. So you want to just remember that you're going to have 3 boxes in total. So I part that first box, and then I'm going to go ahead and slick it down. And if you have trouble keeping the hair separate, you can always either pin it back like I did, or you can rubber band the 3 sections and then just use them, have them ready whenever you're ready to use them. So as you can see, I'm plaiting down or braiding to the scalp going down. And then after I finish braiding that first box down, I go ahead and section off my other 2 boxes. And I'm going to slick those down and begin braiding upwards, connecting the first box to the second box. So basically, you're just braiding down how you would normally do, and then you're going to pull that first box over and start braiding upwards. And then you begin adding hair whenever you feel like your hair is too thin, or you feel like it's just time to add in the hair. Because for me, I don't add in hair when I first begin stitching my braids because my hair is very, very thick. But for someone who has thinner hair, if the braids are not the thickness that you want, you could always start feeding in hair sooner. But I felt like the second box was a good place to start for me, just because I like for my braids to look flat starting off. For the straight back braids, it's pretty much the same thing as with the zigzag braid, except you're not going to do the boxes. So you're just going to part your hair and begin braiding back with your real hair. And like I said before, I don't add in the expression hair until I get to the back of the braid, because the flatter your hair starts off, the neater it looks and the more natural it looks. So that's what you see me doing here. Feeding in the expression hair and between my thumb and my pointer finger. And I'm just going to continue to add the expression hair until I feel like it's the same thickness of the other braids. I didn't record all of the front braids because I felt like it would just be repetitive. But I will say for the heart, it was complicated. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The heart was a little tricky. So you're gonna see me parting my hair into the heart shape. And once you have your hair parted into the heart shape, you're gonna split the hair down the middle. So you're gonna part it going straight down the center of the heart, just so that you can have the two halves of the heart. And then what I did was I plaited one half up so I could have it out of the way and to keep it from getting messy while I was working on the other side. And then after you have that side out of the way, you're going to split the half of heart into half. The half of heart into half. And after you do that, you're going to use your edge control, make sure you have it slicked down, and you're going to braid the heart going up and around the edges. So basically, you're braiding in the shape of a heart. If you guys have any questions on any of the braiding styles that I did in this video, or any questions on how to achieve the braid for yourself, feel free to comment down below. And I don't mind making a video going more into detail, but for the sake of this video, I couldn't add in everything. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.